Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Frank Puzzles, and this is today's easy level puzzle. And take that easiness with a grain of salt because it's considered easy by the people on the Logic Masters Germany forum, and there's a lot of really smart people there. Today's puzzle is called Little German Whisper Killers. That sounds kind of frightening actually. By MD88 Keys, or as I like to call them, Dr. Piano. And here are the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply, which means in every cell in the grid, place a single digit from 1 through 9 such that there are no repeats in any row, column, or designated 9-cell region, which in this case is a box. Clues outside the grid are the sum of the cells on the indicated diagonal. And so that means these 9 cells must add up to 52. These 4 must add up to 19. These 4 must add up to 26. These 2 must add up to 13, etc., etc. And all digits on the indicated diagonal must also form a valid German whisper. That means adjacent diagonal digits have a difference of 5 or more. So, for example, if this were, say, a 3, this would have to be an 8 or a 9, because along this diagonal, you have to have adjacent digits diagonally on it must have a difference of 5 or more. And the only digits which have a difference of 5 or more from 3 is 8 or 9, which is why this would have to be 8 or 9 here, if this were a 3. And those are all the rules. If you'd like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's go. Okay, let's start with the smallest ones. 13. To add up to 13, you have to have a difference of at least 5. To add up to 13 with 2 digits, it must be 4, 9, 5, 8, or 6, 7. But 5, 8, and 6, 7 don't have a difference of 5. So this has to be a 4, 9 pair. Same with these two. This is a 4, 9 pair. On a German whisper line, or as I like to call them, a whisper 5 line, you'll always alternate between low digits and high digits on it. Because of that, and the reason why you know that is what digits can be next. Low digit is 1 through 4. A high digit is 6 through 9. What digits can be next to 1 through 4? Well, 1 can be next to 6 through 9. 2 can be next to 7 through 9. 3 can be next to only 8 or 9. And 4 can only be next to 9. So whatever 1 through 4 digit is there, it has to be next to a digit from 6 through 9. Guaranteed. That's a high digit. So what digits can be next to high digits, which are 6 through 9? 6 can be next to 1, 7 can be next to 1 or 2, 8 can be next to 1 through 3, and 4 has to be next to, 9 has to be next to 1 through 4. Those are all low digits. So you'll always alternate between low and high digits on a German whisper line, or as I like to call them, whisper 5 lines. The thing is, you have to have 2 lows here and 2 highs here. The maximum you can have ever on a diagonal for 4 cells would be 4 times 2 and 9 times 2. And that adds up to 26. That's the maximum value. So if you decrease any of the values, you're never going to add up to 26. So this must be a 4-9 pair. So this is 4-9 as a pair. This is 4-9 as a pair. Okay. What about these diagonals that go through the same box? 32 is not that restrictive, I don't think. So this is going to be 9 cells. So it could be 5 high and 4 low, or 4 high and 5 low. Can it ever be 4 high and 5 low? That would mean, okay, so these are the same set. So we'll mark those as yellow. And then these are the same set. Actually, I guess we'll mark them as pink. So these are the same sets. These are all pink, and we'll mark these as the same set, and they're yellow. To have 5 lows, that would mean it could be 3, 4 at most here, 3, 4 at most here, and 4. So that would be 4 times 3. So 3, 4 times 2. That's 14. 7. So 3 plus 4, 7 times 2, which is 14, plus 4, which is 18. You could potentially... Okay, well, this can't be 3 and 4 because of the 4-9 pair in the box. So that's problematic. So then this would be 2, 3 here at most. 2, 3, and then 4 with 3 and 4. So 3, 4 twice plus 2. So that would be 16. 14 plus 2 is 16. This can't be 9. So this would be 8. So again, you have 4, 3 and 4 here, 4 here, and 2 and 3 here at max. So that's 3, 4 twice, which is 3 plus 4 times 2. So that's 7 times 2 plus 2. 14 plus 2 is 16. So we have 16 as the lows. And then yellows would all be highs. This could be 8. You could have 8 and 9 here, and then 9. So that's 8 and 9 twice. 8 plus 9 is 17. Times 2 is 34. 34 plus 16 is only 50. So you know these cannot be all lows. So these have to be all highs. And these must be low guaranteed. Interesting. That means this is 7 and 8 at most. Oh, that restricts things though also. Huh. Interesting. So this is high, low, high. Okay, so that means along this diagonal, it has to be the same thing, right? These all must be low. And therefore, these must be high, and these must be low, and these must be high. Well, that means we have 4 lows in box 5. So these must be 1 through 4, which means this must be a 9 here. These are 1 through 4. The remaining digits in the box are 5 through 8. These can't be high. So it's 6, 7, 8 here. This is 6, 7, 8. That means this digit is either 1 or 2, because 3 would have to be next to 8 or 9 on the Whisper 5 restriction. Okay. This cannot be 9 here because of the 4-9 pair in the box. This cannot be 9 because of the 4-9 paired box. This cannot be 9 because of the 4-9 pair in the box. So none of these can be 4 because they would have to be next to 9 on a Whisper 5 restriction. Where is the 4 then? It has to be here. So this is 4, which forces this to be 9. This is then 1 through 3 because it's next to 2 unique digits on a Whisper 5 restriction. So this is 6, 7, or 8 here. Okay. Hmm. We're gonna start setting the 4 nines. So we're gonna make this orange and this yellow. That makes this yellow and this orange. This orange means this can't be orange 4 9, so it's yellow 4 9, which makes this orange 4 9. This orange makes this yellow 4 9, which makes this orange 4 9 there. Okay. This is the digits 1, it cannot be 3. If this were 3, it has to be 8, between 8 and 9 on a Whisper 5 line, and neither of these can be 9. So this is 6, 7, 8. We have 6, 7, 8 here. This is 1, 2. We have a 1, 2, 1, 2 pair in row 8. That leaves the remaining digits in that row as 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. This, again, cannot be between a 9 and another digit. So this cannot be 3. This is 1 or 2. 6, 7, 8. This can't be 9. This could be 9 here, though. That is, no, cannot be 9 because of the 4, 9 pair in the box. Okay. This does add up to 9 plus 9 already, plus 4. So this cannot be 4. So what does that add up to? That's 22? Is that right? 13 plus 9 is 22. So that means the remaining digits must add up to 30. This could be maximum 3, 3, 2. That's 22. And then that would be, okay, so if this is 3, 3, 2, this must be 7 and 8. So 3, 3, 2 adds up to 8. So that means 22 here. So it cannot be 3, 3, 2. We have, I think, 1 degree of freedom. What's the maximum this can add up to? 8, 7, 8, 2, 3, 3. So again, that's 2 and 8. That's 10. 3 and 3 is 6. So that means... And 7 and 8 is 15. So that gives us 21 there. So that's 1 more than the 30 we have, right? 21 plus 10 is 31. Plus 22 is 53. So we have 1 degree of freedom along this diagonal. And by degree of freedom, I mean basically the ability for one of the digits to decrease to a digit that's not in its box, right? So this can go from 8 down to 7. It cannot be 6 then. This can go from 3 down to 2. This can go from 3 down to 2. This can go from 7 down to 6, but not 8 down to 7 because we already have a 7 in the box. So 8 is guaranteed to be one of these two digits, which eliminates 8 in the rest of the box. This could go down from 2 to 1. If this goes down, though, 6... If this goes from 6 or 7... So say this is 8 with 6 or 7. Say this was 6 and 8. That would force this to be a 1. So then we lose 2 degrees of freedom there, and I don't think this diagonal would add up, right? So 6, 8, and 1. So saying this is 6 and 8, this would have to be 1 then. That's 15. We know this is 22 already, so these must add up to 15 at least, but we have 8, 3, and 3 at most, which is 8 plus 6, which is only 14. So this cannot be 6. This has to be a 7, 8 pair guaranteed here, which eliminates 7, 8 in the rest of the box. Yeah, so that does work. This could be 2 or 1 still. Okay. What about here? What's the minimum here. If this is 6 and 7, we know 1 is along this diagonal. So it could be 6, 7, 6, 7, 1, 6, 7, 6, 7, 1. And then 1 and 2. So 6, 7, 6, 7, 1 is basically adds up to 14 times 2. So 14 times 2 is 28. 28 plus 9 is 37. 37 plus 1 and 2 is 40. So we have 3 degrees of freedom here. So that's not helpful. Okay. Oh, this digit is along the whisper 5 rule set here. So this can never be 5. And if it's... So this is 4, this can never be 9. So this cannot be 4 along this whisper 5 line. Therefore, this must be 9 and is a high. So all the yellows are highs and all the oranges are low. So that means this is a 9, this is a 4, this is a 9. That's a 4, which makes this 9, which makes that 4. This 9 eliminates 9 here, so it's 4, which makes that 9. This must be a low and must be 3. So this must be high, and it must be 8, because 3 can only be next to 8 and 9 on a whisper 5 line. This 8 eliminates 8 here, so it's 7 and 8. This 7 and 8 eliminates 7 and 8 here, so it's 6, which makes both of these 1. So this cannot be 6 or 8 here, so this must be 7. This 7 can only be next to a 2 on a whisper 5 line out of 2 and 3. So this is 2, which makes this 3. That forces this to be 8 on a whisper 5 line. So this can't be 8 here. So this is low, which makes this high, which makes this low. So this can't be 1, 2, or 4. It has to be 3. This has to be at least 8 or 9, cannot be 9, so this is 8, which makes this 1 or 2. So we have the entire sum here except for 1 digit. So that's 11 plus 11, 22, plus 9, which is 31, plus 1 is 32. This can't be 3 or 8. This can't be 3 or 8. This can't be 3. This can't be 3. Where is the 8 then in row 8? It has to be here. So this is 8. We have the sum of all of these except for these two. So that's 7, 1, 6, 1, 9, 3. 1 and 9 add up to 10. 3 and 7 add up to 10. So it's 20 plus 7. 27 plus 8 is 35. So these two must add up. Okay, well, this is 1, which makes this not 1. So that's 2. Which makes this 1. So this must be 1 and 7 to add up to 8. So this is, again, 1, 9 here. That's 10. 3, 7, that's 10. 1, 8, and 1, that's 10. And 6 and 7 add up to 13. So that's 43. Does this add up? We don't. Okay, hold up. We have this diagonal now. 8, 2, 7, 2, 9. So we have 2 and 8, that's 10. 4, 9, and 7, that's 20, so that's 30 there. 2, 9, that's 11, so that's 41. So these must add up to 11, which makes this 3 and 8. So this is 3, this is 8. This has a 1, so this must be a high, which makes this low, which makes this high. This digit is either 6 or 7. And it cannot be 1 here because of the 1 in the row. So this must be 2, which makes this a 7 because it can't be 6. 6 can't be next to 2 on a whisper 5 restriction. This has to be, so these add up to 10, which makes this a 9. This 8 eliminates 8 here. This can't be 8 because of the 8 in the row, so one of these two is 8 here. And the rest, we've done all the little killer / German whisper clues. So we should be able to figure out the rest from normal Sudoku. Where is the 1 in column 3? Can't be here because of the 1 in the box. Can't be here because of 1 in the box. These are filled out, so this must be a 1 there. 1 in row 5 has to be one of those two. 1 in box 2 has to be one of those two. 1 in box 9 has to be one of those two. And then it could be any of these three. That's pretty open. 2 has to be one of these two. So I think we've done all the little killer clues, right? That's done. That's done. This is done. Yeah. So yeah, it's just gonna be normal Sudoku from here. Okay, 2 is one of those two. That's not very restrictive. That's not very restrictive. 2 has to be one of these two here in row 7. So 2 cannot be here. 2 is one of those two. That's not that restrictive, though. 2 is one of those two. That's still not restrictive. Okay, 3s. Where is a 3 in column 1? Can't be here because 3 in the box, nor here, so this must be a 3, which forces this to be a 2. So this cannot be 2 here. That's a 2 there. Still not that restrictive, though. 3 has to be in box 7, one of those two. 3 in box 6 has to be one of those three. 3 cannot be here or here or here in box 2, so it must be here. So where's the 3 in box 3? Can't be here, so it must be here. That also eliminates the 2 as a possibility there, so this must be 2 there. So 2 can't be here, here, or here, so that leaves this as a 2. This can't be 3 anymore. This can't be 3. Where is the 3 then in box 9? It has to be here, which eliminates 3 here, so this must be 3, which eliminates the 1 possibility in this box. So it has to be 1 here, which eliminates 1 here, so that's 1 there. That means, where's the 1 in row 9? Can't be here because of the 1 in the box. Can't be here because of 1 in the box. Can't be here because of 1 in the column. So this must be 1. That eliminates the 2 as a possibility in box 8. So this must be 2 here. This 1 eliminates 1 here, so this must be a 1 here. So we should have all the 1s now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We do. We have 8 2s also now, which means we know where the last 2 has to be. It has to be there. 3s. We have 9 3s. So that's good. 4s. Okay. Where's the 4 in row 5? Cannot be here because the 4 in the box. Can't be here because the 4 in the box. These are filled out. So this is 4 there. Where is the 4? So 4 has to be one of these two cells there in column 1 because this can no longer be 4 because of the 4 in the box. In box, this has to be a 4-5 pair in row 7, which eliminates 4 and 5 in the rest of the row. This 6-7 pair eliminates 6-7 in the rest of the row, so this can't be 6, this is 5. 4 has to be one of those 2, 4 has to be one of those 3. Yeah, that's all we have there. We don't have any 5s yet. 6s, we don't have very many, so that's not helpful. 7s. In box 4, where is the 7, or column 3? It has to be here. That means this can't be 7 here. Where is 7 in box 6? It must be one of those two. Okay. 8s. Where is the 8 in row 2? Can't be here because of 8 in the box. Can't be here because of 8 in the box. Can't be here because of 8 in the column. One of these must be 8. That means this can't be 8 here. So it has to be here. This is 8. Do we have enough 8s? No. 8 has to be one of these two. Okay, 9s. Where's the 9 in column 7? Can't be here because 9 in the box. Can't be here because 9 in the box. These are filled out, so this has to be 9. That gives us 8 9s, so we know where the last 9 has to be. It has to be here. Okay. Now we can look at remaining digits. Remaining digits in column 3 is a 5. That leaves this as a 6 in row 9. That leaves this as a 5 in column 7. That leaves this as a 6 in box 3. We have 5 and 6 remaining in column 2. And this is a 5-6 pair because of the digits in box 4. This 5-6 pair eliminates 5-6 in the rest of the row, so this can't be 5 or 6. This can't be 5 or 6, it's 7 or 8. Remaining digits in column 9 has to be a 6. So this is 6, which eliminates 6 here. This becomes a 5-8 pair. This is 5, 7, 8. It cannot be 8 because of the 8 in the row. This is 5 or 6 also. Remaining digits in row 1. Remaining digits in column 1 are 4, 5, and 6. This can't be 5 and this can't be 6. Remaining digits in row 3 are 4 and 5. We have a 4, 5, 4, 5 pair in column 5, which eliminates 4 and 5 in the rest of the column. This can't be 5. It must be 8, which means this can't be 8. That's 7. Which means this can't be 7. That's 8, which means this can't be 8. So it's 5, which means this can't be 5. So it's 7. That leaves this remaining digit as a 6. So this 6 eliminates 6 in the rest of the row. So it's 4, which makes that 5, which makes this 6. This 5 eliminates 5 here, so it's 6, which makes that 5. 5 eliminates 5 here, so it's 4, which makes this 5, which makes this 4. This 6 eliminates 6 here, so it's 5, which makes this 6, which makes this 5. 6 eliminates 6 here, so it's 7, which makes that 6, which leaves this digit as a 7. And that's the solution. Yep, fairly straightforward. A lot of pretty strong restrictions along the limited, with little killer clues. So it was interesting. I like Whisper 5 puzzles, so it's actually fun for me to do these, and particularly since I can color these then of low and high. That was an interesting interaction between all the different little killer rules, I guess, or clues, I guess. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this solve, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.